All righty. And we had a week sabbatical, and we are back. And markets are a bit, it's a weird. I've been out like a week or so, and like I haven't been completely away, but nothing really looks like it's moved much. We look like we're pretty much in the same spot. It's pretty wild. Kind of what I've expected going forward here, entering the summer months. I kind of expect this to be the same going forward. If anything sticks out in being away for a week, it's kind of gold weakening and continue to weaken, because when I left, it looked like it was strengthening, and now it clearly looks like it is kind of getting weaker and unable to really change the momentum to the upside. The trend is still down, so I think the trade is going to be still to the short side. It's going to be just a better, easier trade to take. And that's really all I have to say about that. There's actually quite a few places, kind of far away from where we're at right now. But I really don't have anything in gold. I'm looking all morning, nothing really sticking out there. In fact, just looking through looking through all the markets, in fact, nothing's really sticking out at all anywhere. Honestly, it looks like we are just stuck. There's some earnings this week that should probably move the overall markets a little bit. Got Nvidia on the table. I think Target was another one I was looking at. TJ Maxx, Walmart. All of those kind of, I don't know if Hasbro is really going to be much of a thing. Those are really the big ones this week, and a majority of these are all Wednesday. I didn't look at the bigger list, but those are mostly the most liquid ones. Looks like Home Depot is tomorrow, and then the rest are like all later in the week. A lot of retail is what I see on deck, like Deckers, Ross Stores. I see Lowe's on here. Home Depot. AutoZone, Walmart. Number of Costco, it's actually the week after. Number of software service companies, too, which I'll be interested in seeing. I probably won't do many trades, but like we got Workday, Intuit. I see Take-Two on there. Also see CRM, Autodesk. So a couple of pretty key software service companies going to be reporting this week as well. Actually, no, CRM's next week. But mostly retail today, this week. It seems to be all retail driven, other than Nvidia and a couple of, I see Hewlett Packard, but mostly retail. Nothing real, like other than Nvidia and probably Target, Walmart. Nothing really I see that's interesting at all. In fact, Nvidia is not even interesting. I mean, good IV rank, but I don't know if I would really want to be. I don't know if I'd really want to be short calls in Nvidia. I don't think I'd want to get stuck. I don't think I'd want to get stuck with short calls on Nvidia. And then there doesn't really seem to be, like, I don't even know if you did something on the downside, like maybe a 190, you're probably not going to get any, you're not going to get any money for this kind of risk. I mean, to me, that's not even really worth it. I don't know if it's going to be tradable, is really what it is. And even though the volatility is decent, I wouldn't want to be short calls because all these stocks have been running pretty hard. And that's kind of the story there on NVIDIA. If I was going to do anything, I would probably do something. Target has actually been okay as well. That one is, it doesn't say here, but Target's usually, I believe, a morning one. So let's take a look at Target. I've done okay with earnings. Volatility rank is meh, okay, but it's usually liquid, and it does look liquid. Expecting they don't have anything in here. I don't know why. What's the story with that? Or they do. Yeah, they don't have anything in here. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? There's no expected move at all in June. So that's nice. Like, what the hell? So anyway, on the 4-day, it looks like it's about a 9. It's going to be about a $9 or $10 move. I usually don't expect a very high move on these. If I were going to do something, I'd probably do something like this. That's 10 wide. Probably do that. The 110, 105. I would do the 135. I would go inside a little bit. Not really expecting Target to really blow anybody's doors off. I would do something like that in Target. So like a 110, 105, 135, 140, both of which inside the one standard deviation. Again, most of the time, Target really rarely blow out, or if anything, they disappoint and they get beat up. I don't really know what to expect with it, but if you're playing odds, I would say the odds are that it stays within the expected $10 or $15 here, and at 120 based on today's price, that's probably a pretty decent place to land. That trade gives you a 63% probability of profit. (63% probability of profit). As delta neutral as you're going to get, maybe skewed. You could probably even say it's skewed a little bit bullish, but not enough. Decent theta. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy over that, but again, to bring in $1.60 and use 340, that's a good risk reward to me. So you're not going to get. I don't think you're really going to get hurt in this, even if it does blow out the 135. Or the 110, you're not really going to get hurt very bad in this either way. And the nice thing about it is that you are still in June and you have 31 days. And so that's how I would play it in Target. Little screenshot. All right, and so there's Target, and that one you're going to have to do tonight because I do believe Target, I'll have to look, it doesn't say on there, but Target usually does. Let's take a look. Target usually does do their releases at in the morning. It just says Wednesday. It says Wednesday here. Huh. Okay. Did I see something wrong? I thought it said Tuesday. Maybe I'm just not with it. No, it does say Tuesday. I'm an idiot. So anyway, I don't even know why. But that's what I would do in Target, even though I'm a day or so early. I wouldn't even trade these. That's really it. Wouldn't touch lows. The others we have a couple of days. And that's it. Like, again, it's pretty thin out there overall. So I'll definitely be playing Target's earnings. It is definitely an AI type of rally overall. There's no question about that. As that continues to be hot, although they did get beat up Friday quite a bit. Everything kind of did, so it wasn't like it was anything specific. It was pretty much everything. Yeah, and that's it. Really, again, I think we're in the summer doldrums. I don't know. I mean, again, I wasn't like completely offline. I mean, I was actually looking to trade a little bit. In fact, I didn't make any money. I lost actually a few bucks when I was on vacation trading. Only took a few trades, but I think all of them I had lost money on. Nothing major, just a few quick losses. But these markets are very, very choppy and very, very difficult to trade. There's no question about it. And so that's it. I wish I had more, but I don't. I'm going to be trading the edges. So if you bring up the Russell, I am going to be looking for maybe possible a long down here at 27.81 if we get back there. Maybe a short up here at 28.10. And that is about it. I mean, to me, I'm not even going to look it up here. I mean, it's going to take some kind of like monumental deal in Iran or somewhere to kind of move this market back up over 2,800 on the Russell. And as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, I think same sort of thing. I think we get this, I'm going to call it like light volume summer drift higher. And I think it's going to be a little bit of sell the news going forward here. You know, and I don't think I'm not saying, we're going to crash sell the news, but I think it's going to be, we're going to get the drift and we're going to go higher, just like we're seeing overnight. Because, NASDAQ opened up, we were down 200 handles, 250. And we've drifted higher all night. And I think we're going to continue to get that drift. And then when news does hit, even if it's good news, and you may even get a little bit more of a drift higher, but I think it's ultimately going to be sell the news pretty much all going forward here. And I think no news is good news for the market if it's going up. That's just, again, my opinion and what I've seen. And I don't think it's going to be anything tradable. That's what's sad. So I think if you have something else to do, that's why I've been concentrating myself on trading some individual equities, because I think that's really where the action is going to be, or at least the capability to make money. And as I say, oftentimes when I see the market trading like this, it's great for real money. And what I mean by that is these people who are out trading these combines every day and have been trading these combines every day for the last year or so, or however long they've been doing it. A lot of people have been doing it longer, but a majority of people have really kind of gotten into doing this whole combine business in the last couple of years. So even if these people say, oh, I've been trading for 5 years, oh, I've been trading for 8 years, they really haven't been trading for 8 years. They really haven't been trading for 5 years. It's more like cut it in half. They've been casually trading, but they've been doing what they're doing probably more so for less time than they're leading on to you believe. So, and again, I'm just going by what I see. I've been doing this a long time, and I just see the steam running out of this train. And it's sad, but, it's happening. I got into it too late. I wish I would have gotten into it sooner. But I think we're on the cusp of possibly getting a few decent size funding companies merging together, because I just don't think they can survive paying out what they've been paying out to the sharks that have taken advantage of this, and continue to get new people on board. It's just not, again, it's not happening. So anyway, there you have it. That's all I got. And it's good to be back.